This high-tech commode can't handle a load. Yep, as expected, we've got the scoop on San Francisco's problem with poop. So here's the story about a magical toilet with a tragic ending. And it's not the time I got trapped in a porta potty at the Lilith Fair. Takes place where excrement flows like chocolate wine in the streets of San Francisco.
Oh, come on.
Last week, the city unveiled a new self-cleaning public toilet. It's the most photographed toilet since that stall in the Central Park men's room where I installed a tripod. It's the first of 25 modernized replacements for public toilets built in the 90s, and it was ready to handle the biggest load of crap from California since the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's supposed to be indestructible. The press called it the future of public toilets. But what makes this story so fascinating is the majestic manner in which it's portrayed in a video from the City Public Works Department.
The concept was to create something more contemporary that reflect to today's need and want, and we wanted to build something designed for our generation.
So we wanted to design something that was somewhat universal, that actually figuratively and literally reflected the neighborhoods that it's in.
It's about the beauty, the people, the light, the views.
We also wanted it to tell a larger story, a story about arts and technology, a story about design culture and the forward thinking of San Francisco.
It's like they're explaining a brand new cultural museum of the arts. Of the arts, I say. I wonder if they were using the similar inside dimension of the existing toilets.
So we were using the similar inside dimensions of the existing toilets. So that began to set the nature of the shape of the element itself. But we wanted it to be very sculptural. We wanted it to be able to be somewhat curved and rounded, so it created interesting reflections at different angles. We wanted it to be very maintainable. We wanted it to not show fingerprints, and we didn't want it to show scratches.
And then the most challenging of all, once we've done that, it was to curve every panel. Curving a panel of steel, it's complex, but it's been done time and time and time again.
You know, when I'm taking a dump, the thing that I always think about is, why aren't these walls curved? Well, thank God for that. But what about the design inside? Did you work on that?
We worked on the design inside. We wanted something that was more inviting, pleasant, bright, sanitary. At the same time, over the years, we have developed new cleaning mechanism.
The cleaning cycle is a little different. So it actually has like a UV light filtration system for the air, floor washing cycle. Certain locations we do have attendants or monitors that help keep the area clean, safe, and also explain how it works for people that might not know.
Wait, so after all this, it requires an attendant. That poor woman. They gotta just cover her in plexiglass. But let's be clear, it's not just a restroom.
It's not just a restroom. There's sculpture that's out on the street that's for everybody.
This is a really important public infrastructure project that's gonna last a generation.
Last a generation? Well, not so fast, disembodied lady. Just 3 days after it was installed, the toilet broke down faster than Cat at a psychic reading. Apparently, the thing got stuck during its self-cleaning cycle. That happens to me all the time. Keeps me limber. So in conclusion, taxpayer money was blown on a high-tech throne. At least now we know why Californians still want to wear masks. It's one of my favorite topics of all time, Joe DeVito. They were so proud of their toilet that they made a video that probably costs more than the bathroom you use at home.
Yes.
If you indeed have a bathroom at your
It's more of a litter box, but thank you for asking.
Yes.
This story could not have been any more San Francisco if it had broken down because women were leaving the seat up.
Yes.
That would have been good for them. It is so absurd, but could there be a city more in need of really high-quality public toilets in San Francisco? You've got the hills getting everyone's bowels activated.
Yes.
You've got the vegans have diarrhea. The junkies are constipated, need a place to shoot up. They spend all this money to make this video like it's the space shuttle. It's an outhouse. This is what the government does. You need planks, you cut the crescent in the door, you're done. That should have been the end of it.
I love the whole idea of the cutout crescent, Kat, because it's kind of a nice, elegant touch, although it also allows air to go in and go out, so you don't choke on your own stench. But that's another story for another time, Kat.
Yeah.
Why is everything in San Francisco so poop-centric? Why don't they just change it to Gutfeldistan?
I think that you view everything through a poop lens, so that's why it seems that way. It's not. It's a failure of big government, obviously. It's their job to build these toilets. There's no competition. It doesn't matter if it works or not. They made a lot of promises. They said this was changing the future of toilets. They said there was going to be 24 of these and that they'd be way easier to clean. And the last part's true because nothing's easier to keep clean than something that doesn't exist.
That is so true.
Yeah, that's why my house is always spotless. I don't have one.
PAB, I'm going to defend them and say that, new products are always way complicated. I remember in the 80s and the 90s, the printer in your office had its own printer repairman. Remember, he's always in there on his knees, see his crack. He's always pulling accordion-like paper out and just grumbling about the coworkers.
I wish I worked here back then.
Oh, it was amazing. So, did they just overcomplicate what is, in essence, an outhouse?
Absolutely, but it's definitely concerning that they couldn't get it right. Let me just get this straight. Wasn't it yesterday, literally, that you were reporting that San Francisco has now approved killer robots that are literally authorized to kill people under certain scenarios? We find out literally 24 hours later that they can't get a self-cleaning toilet to work right. This might not end well.
Yes, that's true. That's true. If they can't handle this, they can't be making killer robots. What if they combine the two? Like it was a mobile toilet rob that also shot people who didn't flush. Shot them from a blow.
What are we doing here? We should be pitching this.
Yes, I think this would be your most successful pilot.
Well, it probably would be, which is not to say it would ever get on the air. I just love the idea that, there's a French guy who said, what do they want? They want to take an expensive dump? Okay, I designed that for them.
His accent was pretty amazing.
But, I also feel like there's a bigger problem here, right? They are looking, and San Francisco has a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of defecation on the street, a lot of people living on the street. So their solution to that problem was, let's build a really nice toilet for them on the street, rather than what if, crazy thought, we did something to get them off of the street so that all of the things that we all do in private, they could do somewhere else, not in a $2 million steel cube, right?
Yeah.
That was a classic, solution that isn't a solution to a really big problem. And also, you look at that thing and, I guess the first day it looks great, but it's a white shirt at an Italian restaurant. 20 minutes, that thing's gonna be unusable.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.